Welcome to today's explainer. Okay, picture this. You're checking your ticket and boom, you realize you literally just won the lottery. Instant, never-ending happiness, right? Well, science actually says, not quite. Today we're going to unpack exactly why hitting the ultimate jackpot won't rewrite your brain's chemistry for long-term joy. We are exploring the super surprising truth about our endless, exhausting pursuit of happiness.
We are all chasing a horizon that moves further away the closer we get. Man, that is an incredibly profound thought, isn't it? If you're someone who loves to learn and grow, you've probably felt this exact phenomenon in your own life. Maybe in your career or your studies, you hit a huge goal, you finally achieve it, and then suddenly, you're just looking for the next one. The horizon has moved. So today, we're breaking down exactly why this happens, and far more importantly, how we can actually break the cycle.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Let's use a little visual metaphor to really wrap our heads around this concept. Like all of us, our friend here just wants to be happy. Right now they spot a gleaming, shiny target way off in the distance, a brand new car. So they set their sights on this prize and they start walking toward it, fully believing that once their hands are on that steering wheel, life is finally going to be perfect. So watch how this plays out. They put in the hard work, they save up their cash, and they finally reach the new car. And there it is, a really genuine, authentic smile. But almost immediately, the shine fades. That exciting, bold new car literally transforms back into just a car. It gets you from point A to point B. It needs oil changes. That massive spike in happiness, it's completely evaporated. So emotionally, they are right back to square one. They think, well, okay, the car didn't do it, but I know what will. They look ahead and spot an even bigger, much more exciting goal. A big house. I mean, this is it, right? The ultimate upgrade. The space, the huge yard, the prestige. If they can just get there, this is absolutely going to make them happy forever.
So what do? Well, they don't just walk this time, they sprint. They are running towards that big house with absolutely everything they have, totally convinced this is the final piece of the puzzle. They finally reach the front door, turn the key, and suddenly, the thrill just drops. The excitement completely vanishes. It's no longer the big house of their dreams. It just becomes a house, a building with a roof where they sleep. The magical promise of permanent happiness has slipped right through their fingers all over again.
Our friend is stopped completely in their tracks, utterly confused, and honestly, who wouldn't be? We're constantly taught that acquiring these things is the very definition of success and joy. Yet, they are caught in this exhausting, endless cycle of diminishing returns. The harder they run, the faster the prize loses its shine once they actually get their hands on it. So why is this happening to them?
So the crucial point is, the psychological mechanism driving this incredibly frustrating cycle is called hedonic adaptation. You might have heard it called the hedonic treadmill. It's basically our hardwired human tendency to quickly return to a stable baseline level of happiness, completely regardless of major positive or negative events. Evolutionarily speaking, this kept our ancestors striving and surviving, which means we are biologically programmed to adapt. The thrill of the new always, inevitably, wears off.
And this applies across the board, which is just fascinating. Think back to our lottery example from the beginning. Famous psychological studies show that while happiness absolutely skyrockets initially, over time, lottery winners actually adapt to their new wealth. Their day-to-day happiness returns to the exact same baseline as before they bought the winning ticket. Amazingly, this works for major negative events too. Severe setbacks cause a huge dip in happiness, but eventually we adapt, we recover, and we return to that stable baseline. We're incredibly resilient, sure, but it also means we can literally never outrun that baseline just by acquiring more stuff.
And this brilliantly illustrates a necessary radical pivot in our thinking. If running faster on the treadmill just doesn't work, we have to stop looking at that moving horizon. Instead of constantly searching for more, we need to shift our focus entirely to finding enough. It is a radical departure from everything our friend was doing earlier. Think about the contrast here. On one side, you have endless acquisition, the treadmill. It's exhausting, it's relentless, and as we've seen, it's a total illusion. It promises lasting joy, but really only ever delivers temporary spikes. But on the other side, lasting gratitude. This is grounding. This is where lasting satisfaction actually lives. Gratitude isn't about ignoring your ambition. It's about recognizing the real inherent value of what you already have, right here, right now, rather than postponing your happiness until you acquire the next big thing. So, how does our story finally end? They stop running. They step completely off the treadmill. They just sit down on the ground, and instead of looking miles ahead at the moving horizon, they look right down at their feet. They notice a small, simple flower, and for the very first time, a genuine, peaceful smile spreads across their face. And this time, it doesn't fade into disappointment.
This brings us to the power of the flower. Why does this matter for you and me? Because this little flower represents finding enough. It represents activating lasting satisfaction through gratitude for what is already present in our lives, no matter how small or mundane it might seem to someone else. It's about beating hedonic adaptation, not by acquiring more, but by appreciating more. When you find your flower, you step off the treadmill, and you finally catch up to your own happiness.
Which leaves us with one final, very important question. What horizon are you chasing right now? Is it the next promotion, the new car, the bigger house? I challenge you today to identify your own flower instead. Take a moment, stop running, and just look at what's already blooming right at your feet. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this shift in perspective helps you step off the treadmill today. Keep learning and keep finding enough.